In today's video, I'm going to show you my emotion preset. It's called emotion because I believe this preset, out of all the presets that I have, shows the most emotion. It's the most artistic. It's the most vibrant way you can show emotion in an image. Two things to be aware of. Number one is that you'll need to learn how to pan the camera, i.e. follow the subject with the camera, otherwise the subject will be blurred too. And the second thing is that you'll probably need to use the ND filter, or at least have it enabled. Okay, so let's go shooting. I'm going to show you what this preset can do, and then afterwards I'll break it down step by step how you can set it up and save it. So this might be a good location where I'm at now. I'll put my bike here, and yeah, the main street is here. Hello, hello, hello. So the main street is here, and I'm going to hang around this spot. Quite interesting backgrounds. Should be good. I think here is good. Going to try something here. I have my stool in my bag. So now I'm down quite low. Now I'm down at Vivian Mayer height. You know those twin lens reflex cameras, the ones with the one lens over the other, like the old Rolleiflex? They were shot from the waist, right? So this is about waist level now. Should get a slightly different perspective. Hello. Hello. Let me introduce you to some photographs that I took today using this preset. Now, these images have been edited in Lightroom, but only for tonal adjustments and for like clarity, bit of texture. No blur or anything has been added. This blur was naturally came from the preset. So shooting at 1/20th of a second, as you can see in this image, the guy's eyes are pretty sharp, but everything else is kind of blurred out, you know. And this is the emotion that I'm trying to get across to you guys. You know, it's this technique. It takes a lot of mastering, but once you get used to it, it can be very rewarding. There are some timestamps below should you wish to go ahead to the actual settings themselves, but I encourage you to kind of look at the images and try to work out how I took them and whether you actually like them or not. I'll be interested to get your opinion, because obviously this style, it's kind of a fine art thing, you know. It doesn't appeal to everyone, but I'm just thinking what your opinions are. I would really value them. This next image uses the preset in a slightly different way, in that you don't pan the camera. This guy was standing dead still in front of me, and so I just literally stood still behind him and kept the camera as still as I could, and then just let people walk by. So he stays still, everything else stays blurred. You may have seen something like this with like subway cars and stuff, you know, someone sat at the station or standing waiting for the train to come, and as the train goes by they take the same kind of shot. It's quite a powerful technique, I think. This one uses the same technique as the previous one. Here, yeah, this motorcycle kind of tickled me with the boots like this on the mirrors. Yeah, and I waited quite a while, and I missed the shot, didn't I? This thing should have been right between them, but hey, there's always next time. I think we're used to, as photographers, having this pursuit of sharpness, pursuit of sharp images, trying to get everything meticulous and clear and clean. And sometimes it's quite liberating to throw that out and just to go with the flow, just experiment, just see what the camera can do and just see what you can do. But don't expect every image to be a keeper like this one. I mean, this one's pretty good, I think. You know, his head, his face is sharp. A lot of them you will throw out. Just treat it as like, if you shoot 4 images, maybe one of them will be good. You know, don't worry about trying to get the perfect shot each time, because you won't. Every now and again you get one like this with the expression, you know, and to me that expression, it's priceless. It's a fleeting moment that's just there for a split second and then it's gone. This shot is one of my favorite ones. You know, the father is pushing his daughter along on this well, it's like a box with wheels really, and I'm not sure whether she's enjoying it. I don't think so. She seems to be hanging on, you know. I've noticed that actually the process of panning the camera, you seem to only get the center of the frame sharp. So even though these 4 young ladies were walking past at the same speed, only the one in the middle is sharp. But in this case, because they've all got drinks, they're all together, it kind of makes the photograph more interesting, you know, because it focuses in on one person, but you can get the vibe of what they're doing. They actually saw what I was doing and then kind of came back because they were curious, and then this resulted in this little portrait for them, which of course I was happy to oblige. Taiwan has more than its fair share of characters for sure. A lot of times it's just pure luck, you know, like this one, only the sunglasses and the eye was sharp. Everything else was blurred out. In this case, yes, the boy was in the middle of the frame, but I cropped and recomposed it because I think this is a better shot like this. You may have heard the phrase that it's a dog's life. Well, here's the proof. This one I'm going to sell to DJI, because obviously it proves that their gimbals work. This next one is one of my favorite ones. I didn't actually change too much on this, and I really like how the light hits the hat and gives a shape to it. Also the fact that you can see her face and the posture, you know, and the light and the dark and the shade in the background really works for me. It's cool to see so many happy families, you know, parents holding kids' hands and stuff. And, you know, it's just nice to see. And this one, I think he actually wanted to stop and pose for a photo, but his mom was having a different opinion. Taiwan seems to have a lack of trash cans or bins in the streets, so we have these people that come around and sweep up and clean up. Doesn't seem too happy. This is a woman, believe it or not. Yeah. I chose not to take too many vehicles because it's just too easy to take a vehicle, because obviously they're moving much faster in the background, you know, so it's easier in some ways. So yeah, this one I like, and the angle, I quite like the angle as well. This was waiting to get onto the ferry to go back to the mainland, and as you can see, many passengers are walking by. Back on the mainland now, near the music centre in Kaohsiung, and this bicycle, I've left some space for him to cycle into. They say that you should save the best ones till last, and I think I have done so with this. And now this one, I'd like to say it was just happened naturally, but it didn't. There were 2 ladies taking photographs near the water's edge here, and I actually asked them if they would kindly model for me. So they did this, and this was the result of the first one. This one I like, but I don't think it's quite as strong as the last one because her face is not quite sharp enough. You know, I mean, she ran backwards and forwards a few times, and I couldn't tell her to keep going because it was very hot. So I'm just grateful that I got this shot. This is the final image of the day, and what I did with this in Lightroom is just drop down texture, drop down the clarity, and this was the result. And you know, it's quite an artistic thing, isn't it? I don't know if you like it or not. Let me know. Ladies, thank you very much for helping me out with a few shots at the end here. And the next section, we actually go into the settings for the GR3, how to set up your camera so that you can go out and take photos like this. If you didn't see my previous videos, or you don't know how to save presets, recall them, delete them, etc., I'll leave a link in the description to my video that shows you exactly how to do that. These are the settings for the emotion preset. So start off with focus setting. I put on manual focus. Okay, then I turn off the face and eye detection. AF assist lamp off, snap focus distance 1 meter, although it doesn't matter because I don't believe snap focus works on manual focus. Keep going down. Obviously the exposure mode is going to be shutter, speed priority, TV. Multi-segment for the metering, ISO auto, and I set my upper limit to 6400 and the lower limit to 100, and I set a 1 second minimum shutter speed because, well, yeah, because it's shutter priority, it doesn't make any difference anyway. And flash mode doesn't matter. ND filter, this is important. This needs to be either on auto or on. I'll just leave it on auto so it can come on when necessary. Just keep going down. Auto white balance. Drive mode I have set to continuous because obviously there's a massive difference between frames with this mode. You know, one can be garbage and next one can be perfect. So you need to shoot more than one image each time. Keep going. I only shoot in RAW. I don't bother with a JPEG. Color space Adobe 1998. And now this one, obviously it's personal preference, but I feel that for this kind of a style, that black and white high contrast is really, really good. And everything else, I think it's pretty standard here. Nothing special there. So that's pretty much the settings. I'll just show you the manual focus distance. It's dark now, but I'll show you. Let me come out of here. And so the manual focus, it's there, just over 1 meter. Which when it's because we're shooting at 1/20th, if the light is anywhere decent, you're gonna be up over f8, f11, even up to f16 with the ND filter on. So the depth of field is going to be deep enough for everything to be in focus. Lack of focus with this preset doesn't normally come from the focus itself. It comes from movement. The blur comes from the movement. Okay, the last part is to save the preset. Go down to customize settings and save settings, and then choose a box. So I've got mine in box 5, emotion. Enter the name, and you can enter whichever name you want. I quite like emotion. And then just go down, press the enter button here, choose the box. If you want to put into a user slot, you can do so, or you can just press menu at this point to go back out, and you will find that yeah, data process completed, and that's it. So guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them below in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. The key with this one is practice. It's practice. It's not an exact science. When you use this mode, you're going to get varying results, and it only comes with practice. And just enjoy, you know, because of these user presets, you can put this right next to F8 and B there, and then you've got a massive difference in settings just on the turn of a wheel. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you've got this far, please consider leaving a like and subscribe for more content. Thank you very much.